I stared at the direct deposit notification blinking on my phone screen, watching a fresh salary increase land in my checking account, only to realize 2 weeks later that I was still counting down the days until the next payday. It was supposed to be the moment everything changed for my financial health. I had worked late nights for months, pushed through grueling quarterly reviews, and finally secured a 15% pay bump that promised real breathing room. Yet, as I sat at my wooden kitchen table reviewing my bank statement, the remaining balance looked almost identical to the year before. The extra $600 that arrived every single month had somehow dissolved without leaving a clear trace behind. There were no high-end grocery stores, ordered premium takeout on tiring weeknights without a second thought, and upgraded my apartment to a place with polished hardwood floors and higher rent. Each individual decision felt entirely reasonable and thoroughly deserved after working so hard for so long. But when I added up all those small daily upgrades, they neatly swallowed my entire salary increase whole. The deep financial anxiety I thought higher earnings would cure was sitting right back on my shoulders, just as heavy as before. My official salary had climbed into a higher bracket, but my actual sense of safety remained locked at absolute zero. If a sudden emergency arose or a major car repair appeared, I would still have to cover it using high-term independence long before you even notice a single dollar missing. When your earnings take a step upward, your brain instantly reclassifies former luxuries into basic, everyday necessities. The special weekend latte quietly turns into a non-end clothes fades within just a few short weeks. Once that novel feeling evaporates, you are left with a permanently elevated baseline of monthly expenses. You've essentially raised the floor of what it costs for you to simply exist each month. You find yourself running faster and harder on a financial treadmill that grows steeper with every promotion you earn. And the true cost of that treadmill is not merely the extra dollars handed over to service providers every 30 days. The real cost is the gradual loss of your personal freedom, your flexibility, and your career agency. When every dollar of your new income is locked into permanent monthly obligations, you forfeit the ability to take meaningful risks. You cannot easily step away from a toxic workplace, pivot to a creative career, or take extended time off to recharge. Your elevated baseline ties you tightly to your current income level and the demands of your job. You become dependent on the very salary that was supposed to buy your financial liberation. This creates a subtle form of golden handcuffs where material comfort replaces true personal peace. We often confuse looking wealthy with actually building lasting financial strength. Looking wealthy means spending money on visible markers of success to show the world how well you are doing. Building true financial strength means retaining control over your time and keeping a wide safety buffer between your income and your living costs. When you allow your spending to match your income, you give away the unique leverage that higher earnings provide. The goal is not to live in perpetual scarcity or deny yourself every small pleasure in life. The goal is to intentionally direct your extra resources toward long-tier subscription, upgrade a vehicle lease, or move to a pricier apartment. Wait 3 full days before taking action. During those 3 days, ask yourself if this recurring cost will genuinely improve your daily well-term need. By inserting intentional friction between impulse and commitment, you protect your baseline expenses from rising unchecked. The third system is conducting a periodic baseline audit on your fixed monthly commitments. Go through your last 3 months of bank records and highlight every spending item that repeats automatically every month. Differentiate clearly between flexible daily choices and rigid fixed commitments that lock you in over time. High-end clothes, drive modern cars, and frequent trendy spots because we want our outer life to reflect our hard work. Realize that the people whose opinions matter most will care far more about your presence, integrity, and peace of mind than the age of your car or the brand of your shoes. When you decouple your sense of self-term values rather than immediate monthly bills, that peace of mind will always bring far more lasting happiness than any luxury upgrade ever could. Take a small, practical step today to protect your financial future from silent spending expansion. Log into your primary banking app and set up a small automated transfer into a dedicated savings account for the next time your income steps up. Or review your current subscriptions and cancel one recurring service that no longer brings genuine value to your daily routine. These small, deliberate choices accumulate over time into an unshakable sense of security and control. Building wealth is not about denying yourself a fulfilling life today. It is about honoring the freedom of the person you will become tomorrow. Every time you choose peace over temporary status, you invest in a future where you own your time completely. You do not need to double your income overnight to experience genuine financial breathing space. You simply need to hold your baseline steady long enough for your savings to grow into a sturdy wall of security. Your future self will look back on the intentional choices you make today with deep gratitude and lasting relief.